spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager means. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun. It's an everyday theme. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave is how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not Haram or beef.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace, Noble.
Peace.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
Gratitude. Gratitude.
It's a blessing.
Absolutely, man. Had a great workout. That's always gratitude, Noble. Always gratitude. So I want to come back on here and
you provide the platform. So gratitude to you.
oh man, it's all love, brother. All love to you, to your family, to the wisdom that you always display, and for us being each other's counselors, man. I give honor to that. You know that. You my brother from a different mother. But real talk, man. It's just an honor to be in a brotherhood. And today is a good day, you know, regardless of all the things that's going on in the world. Like my noble Malik always say, yes, we know that's going on, but what about us? We focus on us, bring those on our level around us. And that's all that's really all we can do. It's nothing else that we can do, you know, to be honest, is make a difference in our lives and get the right people and continue to put a positive message out and just be an example, you know. But I always say we the people, and we have the power, as what Noble Malik was saying today in our workout. We have the power to do everything. We have the power to do everything that we want to do. We have the power. We have the mental capacity. We have the understanding, but we choose not to. And that's a self-inflicted. So with that being said, man, I want to talk about the 7 spiritual laws of success. That's why when Malik be telling brothers, I'm like, y'all need to really get with us so we can build your library, because it's nothing new under the sun. We just haven't been introduced to these things. We have real conversations and real solutions in our brotherhood. Like my noble was saying, we might know people in our family that may say, I wish we may have had this wisdom when we were younger. Right, Malik?
Yep.
We may have people we know may say that. And then our comeback is like, well, we have it now. And we have grandchildren and nieces and stuff that need to know this wisdom that we're saying. So if we know this now, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to complain and point the finger and just point the finger and say, well, I didn't know? They say, yes, you do know. You into the know. This brother right here, this young brother that your nephew, your son is part of the brotherhood, they are illuminating you. What are you talking about? You don't know. How? Well, don't you wish you had this when you was younger? Yeah, we did, but we got it now.
That's right.
But we have it now. And so I give gratitude to your wisdom, Noble Malik. I give gratitude to what we have, because I understand what this world is about, man, nobles. And I'm telling you, our science about love. I'm sorry. Isn't it ironic where we feel we have to listen, man, I've been living in Arizona for 15 years. I ain't never, ever in one moment, and even when my muftis came out there, y'all ain't never felt y'all have to have a pow, have you?
Nope.
I bet you come to the city of Flint around all these brothers, you'll be like, man, you don't be strapped around here, she? The irony of that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it. The only way we can conquer this is love. So I just wanted to put that out there and understanding. But when we talk about the 7 spiritual keys to success, and when I say success is measured on different playing fields. So let's just see if we can agree to agree. Based on natural laws, which govern all of creation, this science that we do here at the BBT, we shatter a myth that success is the result of hard work, exact plans, or driving ambition. See, we talk about the attainment of success. And once we understand our true nature and learn to live in that unisex, or in layman terms, that harmony with the natural law, a sense of well-being, good health, fulfilling relationships, energy, and enthusiasm for life, and material abundance will spring forth easily and effortlessly. See, we could talk about the 7 Kemetic principles, which is a beautiful thing. But what I'm saying is synonymous to that. Watch what I'm saying. The law of pure potentiality. The law is based on the fact that we are, in our essential state, pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is pure potentiality. What? The child with all his extremities is born with what, nobles? Pure potentiality. It is the field of all possibilities and infinite creativity. And being infinite and unbounded is also pure joy. You got to understand what I'm saying. Other attributes of consciousness are pure knowledge, infinite silence, perfect balance, perfect balance.
Yep.
Think about this. Invincibility, simplicity, and bliss. The more you experience your true nature, the closer you are to the field of pure potentiality. And the experience, and that experience that we have is a beautiful thing. The experience of the self, or the self-referral, means that our internal reference, it points right to your own spirit and not the object of our experience. Did we catch that?
Yep.
So if the science works, I hope people get into science, because this is love. Through meditation, you will learn to experience the field of pure silence and pure awareness. In the field of pure silence, or that tool of pure science, because that's a tool in your toolbox, is the field of infinite correlation, the field of infinite organizing power, the ultimate ground of creation, where everything is inseparably connected with everything else. In the Christian Bible is the expression, be still and know that I am God. This can only be accomplished through meditation. Spending time in nature will also give you access to the qualities inherent in the field, infinite creativity, freedom, and bliss. When I'm telling you, you are the extraterrestrial. When I start showing you about certain plants, gumball plants, you be like, what is the gumball? I'm like, I'm telling you, it's certain things that you don't know, and certain herbs. Why? Because things was given to the gods to live off the earth. I'm telling you, and the herbs and things, I'm telling you what I know. And I'm giving you sacred science. I can give you all the herbs. You be like, I never heard of those. I know. I just gave you one. Gumball. Research what I'm telling you. Another way to access the field of pure potentiality is through the practice of non-judgment. Judgment is constant evaluation of things as right or wrong, good or bad. But see, in our science, the pendulum swings the same way to the left as it does to the right. And when you are constantly evaluating, classifying, labeling, analyzing, you create a lot of what we call in the air science turbulence in your eternal dialogue. When you fly, you want to fly with no turbulence. And this turbulence constricts the flow of energy between you and the field of pure potentiality. See, watch this. As we gain our true nature, because that's what we learning, what? Self. That's what all the sages, that's what all the teachers say. Hey, if anything, I hope you know thyself. You will also spontaneously receive creative thoughts, because the field of pure potentiality is also the field of pure infinite creativity and pure knowledge. That's why when I ask people certain questions, when they say they in the science, and I say, well, what are you creating? What are you producing? Nothing. Well, it's no joy, because I'm giving you the wisdom. You can't deny it. If you say, yep, amen, well, and if it's not manifested in your life, then you can't say amen.
Facts.
You see, we're not here to judge anyone. That's not what we're doing here. The affluence of the universe, the lavish display and abundance of the universe is an expression of the creative mind of nature, right? And the more tuned you in, the more tuned we in. Our mind, that mind of nature, the more we have access to the infinite. That's when that unbound creativity starts to manifest. Because you have the ability, you born with it. Who? All of us. It's not contingent on no color. Don't let nobody teach you something else like that. If I went to a certain jurisdiction where it wasn't no one that's my melanation, I'll still be who I am. Like, come on, we shouldn't play that game. The law of giving in order to keep energy and prosperity coming to you and I. We have to keep this energy circulating. Like in our misnomer BLACK community, the dollar don't circulate enough for it to trickle down. I'll use an analogy of a river. A river must keep flowing, right? Otherwise, It begins to do what? Stagnate.
Become contaminated.
Right? Okay. To suffocate and strangle its very own life force. Therefore, circulation keeps a river and every living thing in its whole essence alive and vital. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of energy in this universe. And if we stop the flow of either one, we interfere with nature's intelligence. Think about this. We shouldn't be arguing with no one. There's no argument that I'm giving. I'm giving love. The universe operates through dynamic exchange. When I say love is an action word, giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of this energy. In the universe, in our willingness to give that which we seek, we keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives. And the more we give, the more we will receive, because we will keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives, in our communities. The dollar circulates. Community. We talk about all this old stuff in Black Wall Street and all this, but we have more now. It's not circulating. That's why I say, oh, my Lord, I've been talking to the wrong people for all this time. It took me almost to be to my 50 years to finally realize or say, man, no, accept the help, the ones that want to help. I said, man, it took me this long. It took me this long. But Allah's willing, I give glory. You know?
We get money and move away from each other.
Yeah.
Go move with people who don't, aka don't like you, I guess. In the essence of what we're saying.
Yeah. Anything that is of value in life only multiplies when it's given. Think about it. When you giving love to something, what it multiplies, what the love. If something is given something and they love you, it's going to multiply. If we doing right and we love what we doing, whatever we put our hands on is going to multiply. Why? Because that's what nature does. It reproduces when it's loved. Think about it. We talk about the water, and when the water talk to, what comes out in them crystals? Beautiful crystals. But when the water is talked to bad, what the crystals come out? What the designs come out? All broken up. We read the science. Am I right about what I'm saying?
Yo.
The universe operates through this exchange. The flow of life is nothing other than harmonious interaction of all the elements and forces that structure the fields of existence. This harmonious interaction of elements and forces in our life operates as the law of giving. Think about it. It is the intention behind our giving and receiving that is most important thing. The intention should always be to create happiness, because happiness is life supporting and life sustaining, and therefore it generates increase. And the return is directly proportional to the giving, you know, when it's unconditional and from your heart. And when practicing the law of giving is actually very simple. If you want joy, watch this. Give joy to others. If you want to love, learn to give love. If you want attention and appreciation, learn to give the same characteristic in others. You must be willing to give to receive these things. If you want material abundance, help others to get material abundance. You will hope. That's what a power team is. That's what a whole conglomerate of bosses do. That's what a whole conglomerate of nobles do. The easiest way to get what we want is to help others get what they want. So that's a community, because we should all want the same thing. I want the same thing for myself as I want for Malik. He know it, because when every time we come around each other, I'll be like, well, shoot, man, hey, I got this. He'll be like, well, I got this. I'll be like, hey, no matter, we ain't trying to say nobody need nothing, but we want everybody to be in their best splendor. Why? And if we can help them, be in their best splendor, why I ain't gonna help? That don't even make sense. That's my brother. I want him to be just as fly as me. I get glory seeing that.
It makes sense. They stand by and watch. It makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
Bible they read out is the same Bible that they understand. Stand by and watch instead of go help. Watch your own Lord and Savior, aka get crucified and didn't go help.
Yeah. The easiest way to get what we want is to help others get what they want. Like I said, when people say, how you think it took me this long, because it's that simple. If you want to be blessed with all the things in life, you must learn to silently bless everyone with all the good things in life. And see, it ain't about money. It's like you, the blessing, you, the essence, you, the change unit. When you can go around to a rainy day and then the sun start coming out, you, the sun. Because the best way to put the law of giving into operation is to make a decision that anytime you come in contact with anyone, you give. I ain't talking about money. No matter, you have to understand the science. Give them something. You can give them something. What you mean? You can give them something. Think about it. It doesn't have to be in the form of nuts or material. It could be anything. I just put it in the simplicity of a flower, damn it. Excuse my candor. A compliment or words of motivation and saying, brother, you are more than just this. Not saying, you ain't this. No, you are more than this. You are more than this situation. The most powerful forms of giving are non-material. The gift of caring, the gift of attention, the gift of affection. Man, nobody ever told me that. Oh, dang. So you've been told that you ain't no good all your life, and then somebody telling you are worthy and this and that and the other, and look in the mirror and then look at the rest of the brothers that look like you, what we doing. Oh my God, that changed lives. Love. Some of the most precious gifts that we can give. Love. Love is one of the most precious gifts that we can give. It's just like when an animal is getting abused and they get adopted by someone that love it. That animal love is the most precious gift you can give. Am I right about what I'm saying? It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing as long as we are giving. As long as we are giving. That's all it costs. If it don't cost you anything, this kind of silent giving is powerful. As long as you are giving, you will be receiving. I'm not saying just be jolly lucky with it, but you have to understand what I'm saying. Our true nature is one of affluence and abundance. We are naturally affluent because nature supports every need and desire. Think about what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. Somebody read Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. All my brothers and sisters that read the Bible, tell me what you get. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. As I proceed. The law of karma. We know that. Every action generates a force of energy that returns to us like kind. What we sow is what we reap. When we choose action that brings happiness and success to others, the fruit of our karma is one of happiness and success. Karma is cause and the effect of our actions simultaneously. Every action generates a force of energy that returns to you and I in the same way. We are sending it out because karma implies the action of consciousness, choice making. So what are you saying, She? When someone premeditates you, like what happened when this stuff became popular, you know, this more science stuff, it happened. I don't know why I gotta block this, man, because the stuff it just be weird. Hold on. Let me hold on 1 second. All right, I'm sorry about that. I got a moderator that be doing something for me. He was like, do you want me to remove that? But these are things that I hope our brothers and sisters really start getting familiar with so we can move the veil of religious dogma, you know? But karma is those actions simultaneously, you know? Karma implies the action of conscious choice making. And some of these choices are made consciously while others are made unconsciously. Think about it. The best way to maximize the use of karmic law is to become what? Consciously aware of the choices we make in every moment. What you mean, Sheik? Somebody constantly made a decision, premeditated, to get on social media and jump on somebody's page that they don't know, they don't like, and be a distraction. Someone consciously made that decision. And they hypocrite said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna date. That's something consciously in their brain. That's what we do. So nothing happened osmosisly. So when you see that, you don't have to give it attention. You just send it to the place where it needs to be. You see? And everything that is happening in this moment is a result of choices that you have made in the past. So people are going to deal with you and you like, man, I didn't do nothing. But when a person say, you remember this, or how you was playing in this situation, they say, this is why I may not want to deal with that. You have to be okay with the choice that you made when people want to deal with you or don't. You have to be okay with that. And our reactions often seem to be automatically triggered by people and circumstances. You know, that's why I tell my brothers and sisters, when you're a teacher in our community, I always share this with my noble Malik, the difference I saw in the misnomer Black community and then academia community, where it's not that many that look like me. It's just totally different. And then on social media, well, you're going to get that. That's what happens with public opinion. You're going to get people that just trolling or just, you know, showing their true character. But this is the thing, what I say about what? Actions. We make choices unconsciously. And if you step back for a second and witness the choices you are making while you make them, you take the whole process from the unconscious realm into the conscious realm. I'll give you an analogy. Because when somebody out here and do a crime that they know good and well they shouldn't do, what's the first thing, man? They apologize. If I would have been thinking. Or if you were driving drunk, you done got drunk in the car, man. If I wasn't drunk, or for this, that, and the other. Or spilling hate. Man, I really was like that when I was young. Yeah, I really was a bully in high school. Yeah. You know, so all these things, man, you know, this procedure. Yeah, absolutely. And that show you the character of our people. You be like, whoa. And this procedure, conscious choice making and witnessing, is very empowering. When you ask yourself about the consequences of every choice you make, will this choice bring me and others happiness? I ask brothers and sisters this: when you jump on somebody's social media page, because I know I never would do that, and I know none of my move is nobody that understand, you know, righteousness and things should be done on a fair playing field, will get on anybody's social media page and disrespect them, especially if they're not into it or if they are into it. You know, we wouldn't do that, because what's the purpose? But listen to your heart and body for feedback. And the heart has a computing ability that is far more accurate and far more precise than anything within the limits of rational thought. That's what I tell people, because when you do these things that you know ain't right, the heart start penetrating. And we can use the law of karma to create the abundance. When people talk about money, they're afraid to. Why? if you're doing things righteously, it ain't nothing wrong to talk about money and affluence and the flow of all good things to you anytime you want them. What? Why? I keep telling y'all, the others, they use this stuff for power, while we use it. Well, when I die, we can go to heaven. I ain't seen nobody go to heaven and come back. Do you want the same thing on earth as it is in heaven? So I don't understand. If you don't understand analogy, parable, and symbology and metaphor, it's just something, it's a misunderstanding. Yes. Somebody say something?
I said, yeah, you got to study.
Yes, that's all. And we here to wrap our arms around our brother. That's why we use, and sisters, and that's why we're using this social media platform for now. We have private teachings. We steady courting our brothers and sisters to say, come on, for we can build this community out of love. Our doors are open for a group of people.
I have a question. What is faith, right? Mm-hmm. Without proof?
Mm. Mm.
Faith is the part of the process to finding the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't say go blindly with faith. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
But you should prove all things. And once you prove all things, you know what the end result to that proof is, or what you come up with. Consequently, that is your answer. Mm-hmm. So if you know that's the answer, why do you need faith now or a belief? You should be in the know, which is knowledge.
Yeah.
Because to prove all things, you're going to be knowledgeable. Right? So that's when you know something. So when you know something is evidentially factual, you don't have to believe it anymore. You know it.
Yeah.
And I think people get caught up in belief and faith and all of this, and it's blind.
Yeah.
There's no substance behind it. And like you said, well, God's going to take care of it for you. Well, he gave you the ability to fix your own problems. Mm-hmm. He gave you the ability to unite with other people. He gave you the ability to create resources or be resourceful. Mm-hmm. So use your abilities.
Yeah.
What was it? 3 people he gave money, right? Was the example in the Bible? It was 3 people he gave money, and they did different things, and the one buried it. He said, "Why'd you bury it? What good is that?" Mm-hmm. So, and to me, and my understanding is that's like having just faith and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna just sit here," or I just believe that it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. That's the same analogy as he gave the person who buried the money. You did nothing with it. Yeah. So what is the use of having faith or belief if you have no action behind it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's long.
And the lack of knowledge, your money been unrotted. you lost it all, you know?
Right. Or the lack of application of knowledge.
Yeah. Absolutely, Noble. And you see, and the way you explained, that's still what we're doing, imparting wisdom and understanding. Like, man, I never thought about it like that. We want you to think like that. We want the babies to be able to think like this at a young age, to be knowledgeable, to be able to touch certain books and historical things. We want them just to be able to use judgment and their a good heart in the midst of. And the more we make conscious decisions, the more we make those choices that are spontaneously correct. You know, when you say, man, I did this spontaneously. Well, okay, well, you'll start doing things spontaneously correct. Because there's nothing wrong with spontaneous.
Spontaneous means it wasn't planned. That's what that means.
Come on. But when you really look at it, you be like, oh my God, you like, that's the higher spirit. You be like, that's the Holy Spirit that's working in me.
Yeah, you still made a decision to go do it.
Yeah.
You just didn't plan it like weeks out or 5 hours earlier. You just, you know what? This sounds like a good idea. I'm about to go do it. You did it in the now and the right now. That's all spontaneous means.
Yes, because that's who you are, both for you and for those around you. When that spontaneous stuff happens like that, it's going to benefit you and everybody around you. That's what happens. Think about it.
Just
But
like the
when
message
people,
I just made.
yeah,
Spontaneous. But it's
exactly.
also coincide with what was going on in the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. When we talk about the law of least effort, one of my tools that I'm beginning to practice more and more and more. Because when I always use the analogy of I would rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And we're gonna say we're gonna start interacting with some of these people. It says, "Hey, where are you from?" Well, Sheik's from Flint, Michigan, but he lives in Arizona. I'm from Sacramento, California. That's where I am right now, but I travel. So is that? And then Noble Dantes, you in St. Louis. So
Yeah.
just to answer your question, I think we should start interacting with some of these people who ask certain things about us to get to know us. Is great. So
Yeah. Did y'all get the email? I sent everybody an email from a brother that was on live with us yesterday. If somebody can get with the brother, I think I forwarded y'all the email. I don't know if everybody get a chance to look at it. We got to, but we'll go for a little bit more we'll get out of here. But please keep the questions coming. You know, Nobles, I don't have to finish nothing. You know, once we get to our time limit, no matter where we at, that's it. So you can always interject and say, well, Sheik, and I'll stop and you can say anything because this is how we vibe. It's not me just talking. This is how we do here. So I want to also let people know that as well. That's all my brothers are teachers. So when I'm speaking and things, this is how we build. It's like a conversation, you know? So we at 4, and we're going to talk about just a little bit the law of least effort. This is a natural, effortless ease in many things. And if you observe nature at work, you can see the least effort that nature expends. You know, like grass doesn't try to grow, do it? Grass don't try to grow. Why? Because it grows. Think about this. Fish don't try to swim. Why? Because that's what they do. Fish, they just swim. That's the fish things. Flowers don't try to bloom. That's what they are born to do. What? To bloom. And this is their what? Essential nature. It is also the nature of the sun to do what? Shine.
That's what the sun do.
Yeah, come on now. See, this is what's all about. When people talk about the sun and this sun worship, I said, man, you don't even want to go there with me because I can take it all the way back to show you why we are the sun, to show you what the plants and the herbs all about. Take it all the way there and be like, yeah. Yes, come on, point blank. And we just leave it right there. We ain't even got to even go there, Malik. We ain't even got to go there because we can. You know?
Yeah.
It is human nature to make our dreams manifest into physical form. Why not? Why can our dreams manifest to physical form? Oh, you acting too much. You're supposed to be this. No. Easily and effortlessly. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. Write that down. Y'all, my muftis, y'all know what it means. Money is not no root to all evil. How? Tell me how. Who told you that?
Why is that class for money trumps all?
Yeah. Least effort is expended when your actions are motivated by love, because nature is held together by the energy of love. And when you attempt to get power and control over other people, you waste energy. And when you seek money or power for the sake of ego, you spend energy chasing the illusion of happiness instead of enjoying happiness in the moment. Remember, because there never was a time when man was not. A lot of people chasing time, and that's the problem. Time is the curse. You chasing time. What about right now? What about right now? And when you seek money for personal gain only, you cut off the flow of energy to yourself and interfere with the expression of nature's intelligence. This is what we connected to. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm telling y'all the ones that have that extraterrestrial understanding. I ain't trying to convince no one. I'm talking to those that understand who they are. And when our actions are motivated by love, our energy multiplies and accumulates. And the surplus energy that we gather and enjoy can be channeled to create anything we want, including what? Unlimited wealth. That's a community. That's a conglomerate. I don't understand what nobody else think I'm talking about. There are three components of the law of least effort. One is acceptance. It simply means that we make a commitment. What you mean? Today, we accept people, situations, circumstances, and events as they occur. That's why I said I've learned to be able to be what? An adept, a shaman, a medicine man, no matter where I go. Why? Because in Arizona, that's what's out there. It's like Neapolitan ice cream. You're going to meet different nationalities every single day, probably every 15, 20 minutes or more. You know, I live in the moment. You live in the moment. We should accept things as they are and not as how we would like them to be. I understand that. Our ego. And when we feel frustrated or upset by a person or situation, we still remain and remember that we are not, how can I say, reacting to the person or situation, but to our personal feeling about this person or situation. When you think about that, we see how minuscule the situation really is that we think we upset about. You start laughing and be like, my, I done wasted time on this. And then you see all that other energy start to manifest all these beautiful flowers. Knowing and understanding this is for your emotions and feelings. This is for that, towards your reactions to the world, because your reaction always going to come back. Remember, we reap what we sow. So what are we sowing? And what do we want to reap? Because I know I want to reap good harvest. So if I want to reap good harvest, Malik, I got to plant some good. I got to till it. I got to make sure everything around is good. Don't I?
Yep.
So that means I got to invest in this. We like to call it first. Yes, at the BBT, we like to call it commitment, communication, and consistency.
That's right.
That falls under the line of what? Responsibility. It means not to blame others and yourself. All problems contain the seed of what? Opportunity to what? To get it right. The awareness allows us to take the moment and transform it to something better. Listen what I just said. This awareness allows us to take that situation that we may not have control over, but it happened, but we have the power to take that situation at that moment and transform it into something better. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, brothers. This is your power. Malik said earlier in working out, don't let nobody take your power. Understand, you have the power. You have this. You lost it.
Talk about it. Amen. Yeah. I have the power.
And they put it all in cartoons.
Yeah.
And they put it all in cartoons. Yep.
What do they call it? Mysticize it. Mysticize it. Make it seem like it's a fantasy.
Yeah. And when you get this knowledge and this wisdom in this way, every tyrant will become your teacher. Think about this. Reality is an interpretation, and you will have many opportunities to evolve. I'm giving you keys. There's a hidden meaning behind all events, and this hidden meaning will be serving your evolution. I promise you this. The third one is defenselessness. This means that you do not have to convince or persuade other people of your point of view. That's why when I tell people I don't want no hookup. If I can't get things based off my credentials and my background, I'm not playing no hookup. I don't want to be no hookup because I'm not a good old boy. I don't want that. I'm not giving nobody no kickback. I'm not doing that. And if you watch people around you, you will see that they spend 99% of their time defending their point of view. And when you become defensive, blame others, and do not accept and surrender to that moment, your life meets resistance. And that's what happens in our community. It's nothing but resistance. Anytime you encounter resistance, recognize that if you force the situation, the resistance will only increase. So if you know this, because we're supposed to be knowledgeable and we seek wisdom, when that happens, you must what? Remove yourself from that situation. These is keys. These is keys. The law of intention and desire. Whenever you put your attention on the wheel, because we use the phrase, I will be what I will to be, or Aya Asha Aya, you grow stronger in your life. Whenever you take your attention away from your will, it will disintegrate and disappear. A lot of men in high value, we lower ourselves down when we're not ready to be who we are. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm not talking about nobody else. That's why I say that to people like, you talk about me? No, I don't know you like that. But a lot of this stuff is common in man. A lot of stuff is common in man. I've been in ministry. I talk about myself. I pull the mirror around myself as well and say, yes, we have to come up out of this, because intention, on the other hand, triggers what? Transformation of energy and information. Think about what I'm saying. Intent. When I say, what's your intentions? Because if the heart is pure, then that's all that needs to be. Everything else should line itself up. Why? If the heart is pure, that's what we should be watching. This ain't a popularity contest. If the heart is pure, that's what needs to be number uno. Intent is desire without attachment to the outcome. Intention combined with detachment leads to life-centered present moments, awareness. And when action is performed in present moment awareness, it is most effective. Your intent is for the future, but your attention is in the present. As long as your attention is in the present, then your intent for the future will manifest, because the future is created where? In the present. Think about it. You can't say, if in 12 months, I have $1,200, and the person say, how? You would say, because each month I'm gonna save $100. So that got to be some present. That got to be some month by month, whatever that is. So that's some present. And when you get to that situation, when that will come, when you can predict or say in the future, if you do those things that you're supposed to do in the present, the things that haven't manifested yet, at the end, what happened? Am I right about that? I know I am.
Yep.
Come on. We ain't talking about nothing else. We're talking about power and glory, not nothing that separate man. I get it. I hear you, Malik. You must accept the present as this. My homie said, one of my partners, that's not in the science like that. And I say that because he's coming to learn. He said, man, I saw the difference. He was like, when you moved out the hood, because he was like, people don't know the suffering that you went through in the neighborhood in West Pad. Like, they don't know your brother was murdered and this, and that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And the trust you tried to put in people and this, and that, and the other. And even more, people don't know that you were set up when this, and that, and doing by who? Not the other man, our own people. And most of my friends was murdered by people that looked like me. And when I was able to get out of situations and deal with people that just like to deal with me for who I am. And I was in Tucson, Arizona, running one of our suit stores. Everybody I was dealing with didn't look like me. It was a different piece. It was, I have to be honest, because when you go around a lot of your people, now you have to be, like I said, I have two parts of me. Everyone do. And I'm going to adapt. Don't nobody want to be on that level. But when you're around that, I don't want to lose my life around people that I give my life for. This is what I tell us. It's a sad story when I can go around at other places, but then when I'm around all my brothers, even more, I have to be strapped up. That ain't a good feeling. So of course, when I tell people, I say, yes, I said, I get that. But for our people, we have to, it's some more work to be done. So I listen, but we must accept the present. We must accept the present and intend the future. The future is something you can always create through detached intention. But you should never struggle against the present. And this is what I tell brothers and sisters. The past, the present, and the future are all properties of consciousness. The past is recollection and memory. The future is anticipation. And the present is awareness. in this present time right now, we should be aware of what everything around us. We should have some discernment. Therefore, this is movement of what? Thought. Both past and future are born in the imagination. Only the present, which is awareness, is real and eternal. We got two more and we done. The law of detachment. The law of detachment. Remember, these are tools in our toolbox. We must be able to master these tools. That's how we're able to operate on this earth plane. We ain't got to argue with no one else. We don't have to do none of that, brothers and sisters. What we have to do is master these tools and these keys and unify, and we'll be A-okay. I guarantee you, brothers, because the world is huge. The law of detachment. In order to acquire anything in the physical universe, we have to relinquish our attachment to it. These are things that I had to learn. It'd be like, wait a minute, I ain't attached to this. If it's no use for me, you got to relinquish this. You got to pass this on. This does not mean we give up the intention to create our desire. That's not what I'm saying. We don't give up our intention, and we don't give up our desire. We give up our attention or our attachment to the result. We give up our attachment and attention to the result. Think about me. Think about this. This is a very, very, very powerful tool in your toolbox. The moment we give up our attachment to the result or to the outcome per se, we begin to gain perspective on the situation. How? To do what? To manipulate the outcome of the situation. Am I right about what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on. Y'all got everything you want to touch. I hope you want to manipulate the situation. I hope so. If not, what you doing? You in here playing? Oh, so you in here playing. You out here, you hustling backwards? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You hustling backwards. You ain't taking that same understanding and taking that negative into a positive and doing it just like the game. How? Manifesting, marketing, promoting. Why? Because when we was in our lower self, we would be hitting people up. Man, I got 2 for 15. Go tell your partner them. You be in the club, man, I got 2 for 15. Man, I'm going to take this whole half of, you know what, break this down. I'm at the club 2 days. I'm going to sell this. I'm promoting. I got cars. I got black magic. You know? Think about what I'm saying. Based on unquestioning belief in the power of your true self. Malik just said, you got the power. We can do more. When I be talking about us and this, not and other, I'm saying you got the power. Who are you attached to in your city? You're supposed to be dope in your city. Be dope in your city. Work hard, hustle hard. Wow. What do you mean? Hustle hard. Everything you do, you should do with love. And if you do everything with love, what? Love manifests. I'm telling you, that's the only thing you got to do. We're already doing the hard work. You got to put some love into it. Detachment is based on unquestioning belief in the power of your true self. Attachments, on the other hand, is based on fear, insecurity. The need for security is based on not knowing the true self, the true source of wealth. When I tell people money is not earned, it's given. Well, ain't nobody finna give me no money. You ain't, because you ain't in the spirit. Once you sit down and get a clear understanding, because you should seek knowledge and understand when I'm talking in the spirit to say, oh, I caught that, how to take this thing here and bring it down here to trickleate what on this earth plane. That's the only way it's going to manifest, because everything starts with a thought. Abundance of anything in the physical world is the self, is you. It's the conscious that knows how to fully and fulfill everything, every need. Because yes, we can trade hours for dollars for our living. That's a beautiful thing. But now it's more that we have. And everything is a symbol, like cars, houses, banks, notes, clothes, airplanes. You know, symbols are transitory. They come and go, just like fashion. Everything used to be tight. Now things getting back big and baggy. They create anxiety. They end up making you feel hollow and empty inside, because you exchange yourself for what? Symbols of yourself. Think about it. When I tell brothers, our regalia is dope. We morally fresh. We got blazers and all that, but we have a culture. You should be proud of your culture. Attachment comes from poverty, consciousness, because attachment is always to symbols. What you mean? Okay, the most people that don't have none, aren't they attached to all symbols? Because you can see women on welfare that have spent 15, 20,000 on their kids going to the prom, and they went to transition schools. You'll see people with no money and have on all designer stuff and be laughing at people, say, man, that's knockoff. I got the real deal. I got on some $2,000 Louis. Man, your mama on Section 8. Your mama on Section 8. Sad, sad, sad. And with detachment, there is freedom to create. Most people are constantly seeking security. And you will find that it actually is a very, how can I say, a thing that people get a high from, you know? Think about it. Even an attachment to money is a sign of insecurity. Think about it. Those who seek security chase it for your whole life. That's what happens. Security is and always will be an illusion, because you can never have enough. Oh, I got to save enough to do this. And then you never do it. So you basing what you will do on $1, not your abilities. Oh, I ain't saved enough to do it. I can't do this yet. What you mean you can't do that? Why? You should be doing it. Oh man, I ain't got no record deal, but I can sing good. Okay, well, sing. The search for security and certainty is actually an attachment to the known. Because I know when people, we in panic mode. When panic mode, then what? Calmness is supposed to come. Conversation supposed to come. But people don't want to have these conversations, because then what happens? Are you talking about me? No, I'm talking about the situation that got us in this point. I'm talking about the situation that may have me overwhelmed, that have me working to the bone, that have me tired, no energy, and can't do this. It's the reason why it is. It's the reason why my money can't spread wide as way. Why? Am I the only breadwinner? Are you the only breadwinner? I don't know. But if those some things that's lacking, I think two people need to have those conversations. They should. This is what life is about. And if we don't have these conversations, we're having big keloids on our ear. And we see them. Don't nobody want to walk around with that on their ear. It's our past. The known is nothing other than the prison of our condition. And lastly, the law of Dharma. Y'all know Dharma, research Dharma, the Dharma, or our purpose in life. Everyone should have a purpose in life. Everyone has a purpose-driven life. Everyone has a unique gift or a special talent to give to others. And when we blend this talent with service to others, now we're talking about a brotherhood, now we're talking about a community, we experience the ecstasy and exaltation of our own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals. What? To unify, to become one nation under God. Come on. There are 3 components to this law, that each one of us is here to discover what? Our true self, and to find out on our own that our true self is spiritual. Essentially, we are spiritual beings that have taken manifestation in physical form, aka a specific archetype. Each of us, you and I, we are here to discover our higher self or our spiritual self, because if we have understanding, it's only 2 spirits. Come on. And we must find out that within us is a God per se, or a goddess per se, in embryo form, that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity and to express our unique talents. And to the expression of that talent takes us into timeless awareness. And it helps you and I to discover our true self and how we may be able to serve humanity. I thought that was our thing as a 5%er, no matter what color you are. 85% of the world is dumb and blind. 10% of the world know the truth but won't teach it. But it's 5% of those that teach the truth, regardless if it clear up a room or fill it up, etc. And it's contingent, and it's not contingent on no color. It don't have nothing to do with no color. And to serve humanity, to help those with whom we come in contact with on a daily basis. That's my mission. I heard my noble Lamarck telling me today, we agree. He said, Sheik, you way bigger than this. He said, you got muftis in every state. He said, you choose to do that. He like, I know you're from City of Flint, but he was like, you got us everywhere. He said, look what the Creator gave you. My mama just said it. We just talked about this yesterday. Me and my noble Dantes, we got Temple number 2 in St. Louis. I got a lot of beautiful things that's manifesting. This is what's supposed to happen. The Creator has given me this, a baby, a garden with all the things in it. He said, you got to garden it. He said, you got to garden. I done gave you all the pieces to the puzzle. You don't need nobody. Like, you got everything. You have to manifest this now. You have to mature all these subordinate areas. It's you. And when you go on that circuit, it's just like any other circuit anybody be going to. I mean, I got 12 states to go to. Sheik, you got 12 states to go to each year. What are we talking about? What am I tripping on? I'm tripping. That's right. Come on. So I'm talking about me, and I'm giving it out to you to say we can do this. This is what I'm talking about. How can I help? And not what is there for me. That's what we should be doing. How can I help? Not what is there for me, because this ain't about us. It's about the babies that don't know. It's about the women and the children. It's about us too. And by doing this, we automatically go beyond the ego into the domain of the spirit. Malik was just talking about what faith is. We should know. That's what we get to. That's the next level of this thing. What we know what we do. We know what's right. Why? Because we've been courting this. We've seen it. We have results. What would you do if money was no concern? I always tell people this. Okay, now if you got money, what would you do? Man, some people are wig out. They won't even be, you won't even be seeing them with no fez on. They'll trade the fez for a Gucci hat. I know this to be true. I know this to be true. That's why I be like, man, but y'all don't want me to say the name, so we're gonna keep it peace. Like my noble Malik always say, Sheik, keep it peace. I'll oblige. What would you do if money was no concern and you had all the time in the world? I always ask brothers this: if you would still do what you are doing right now, would you still be doing what you are doing right now if you had all that money? A lot of people, it'll cut short. Then you are in Dharma because you have passion for what you do, if you will. When I say money only illuminates who you are. Money don't change nobody. When they say, oh, you changed. No, it didn't. This money just exhumed who this person was all along. It brought out all the characteristics of a person. It's almost like a parasite. You are expressing your unique talent. How are you best suited to serve the world? Answer that question and put into practice. By doing this, you can generate all the wealth that we want because we create and we are creative expression, and our creative expression matches our fellow humans because energy, it goes through man. And we know true joy and true meaning of success. So that's all I got. That's what I want my brothers to understand. We can do this. We can do this. I promise y'all.
All day, every day.
It's not hard. We don't have to sit on the fence, and we don't have to know it all. That's another thing too. We don't have to know it all. Just because we don't know a lot of stuff we speak here, and a person say, man, or feel bad or look at someone, because that's the first thing I get when we get a little wisdom. We may get angry, but I'm here to tell you, and my mufti's here to tell you, we already been angry for you. So there's no reason for you to go there. Have joy and gratitude that whatever that you was dealing with, whatever signs, whatever spirituality, mama, finally, dad, whatever, that y'all don't agree to today or then, or you didn't agree with, have joy that whatever it was, it got you to this point to where you at least hearing me out. You at least have an ear. So give glory to that. And don't beat yourself up so much because we don't know. That's not your fault. But when we know as adults, because when we were children, we act like children. We thought like children. But when we become adults, we put away childish ways. So now we are into the know. And so now we can have joy. And so that's what I want to tell everyone. It's never too late. It's never too late. You take these keys and pass it down. You bring people to the storehouse. And then if you've been here for a while and the things that you may we're with it as well when it comes to the positivity, when it comes to building. We need something. And so with that, I like to say gratitude. Do any of my brothers want to say gratitude before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just say gratitude. Gratitude to people that show up, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Each reach one, teach one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We give gratitude. We give gratitude to y'all. Follow us on our YouTube channel at Burning Bush Tabernacle, Science Temple and School. And on there you'll see our information that's scrolling off at the bottom. But we will respond to you, like because you all see my email that be scrolling at the bottom. So like my Noble Malik said, we're gonna respond to everybody, even when y'all say something live. But if it's troll stuff, we'll block it. But I do want to really start putting the focus, Nobles, on people that's hitting us up, because there's a lot of people that's in the states that y'all live in.
Yeah.
And we want to at least give the effort to try to say, hey, man, it's some people in St. Louis. It's some people in Washington. It's some people in Baltimore. It's some people in Sacramento. We got brothers there. So I think, we need to link up and try to change the narrative of what's going on. So once again, Nobles, let's try to do a little bit better with that. And I give y'all gratitude for rocking with me. But now it's time for us and for me to be coming around, man, for we can do things in our areas, in y'all areas. Because remember, I'm not on the island, but it's just me in my city. When I come to y'all cities, then it's not only you, it's you and me and the people that you're dealing with. It's that and the other. So this is what we should be doing. This is how this can build, and everybody take advantage of what we have. I'm telling you. And the blueprint goes on from every one of y'all areas. And this is how we build with brothers around, because there's been brothers in Baltimore, St. Louis that have been hitting me up. And I'm like, man, my Noble stay in St. Louis. Noble hit me up like, it's 5 of us. So let's check the email that I sent y'all, and let's get with that brother and see if he in one of our local areas. But thank y'all, man. We had a beautiful Adapt class. We challenge y'all to come work out with us. And whatever y'all want to do, get with us. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our God, and our salvation by night and by day. There was Holy Prophet, Drew Ali, Amen, Ashe, Shalom Aleichem, Irish I. Peace and love to the Sheikh Goodman Bay and the Muftis of the BBT. Peace and love.
Peace and love, brother.
Peace and love. We out.
We out.
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of nigga me. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun, it's an everyday theme. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but